What's up, YouTube? I'm off to an advertising meeting in Glassboro, Meineke Cinnaminson. I help with the advertising for the Philadelphia and New Jersey market, and a dab of Delaware and some upper PA stuff. Anyway, so someone said yesterday on my comments, and thank you, that if a customer came in with dealer supplied parts, would you install them? Why, yes, I would. Why? Because it's for the car. You can guarantee 99% success rate and quality and fitment. And I wouldn't do it for my normal labor rate. I would do it for a higher labor rate. And I've already explained why. And I think Ford Boss Me has touched on this too. And many other shop owners, because they just don't want to be part of that business, you know. You start doing that for all your customers, you're running yourself right out of business. Some people may say, "Oh, they don't care, and they let their customers do it." I have mixed emotions about customer supply parts. I guess depends on your area. If you're surviving on that, then good for you. You're doing what you got to do to survive, and if you don't have to do it, then good for you also. Some of the crap that we see people buy, and trust me, I've experimented with Amazon and eBay and eBay parts. Some of it's complete garbage. Like, I wish I didn't do it, but you have to experiment to learn. Same thing with universal catalytic converters. Vehicles are always evolving, and then the aftermarket is trying to be cheaper than OEM, and then cheaper than their competitors and better than their competitors. So they mess with the loads and the converters. I'm just giving you an example. Same thing with exhaust tubing. There's complete garbage out there, and there's some good stuff that we get out of Canada. And muffler, and everything. Brake rotors. But the point is, if a customer brings dealer parts, happy to install it. But I will not charge my normal labor rate for that. I will. And I've been a lot of discussion about this. Yes, I would. No problem with stealing dealer parts. I'll give you an example. I went to Volkswagen to pick up a throttle body for a Volkswagen that is on back order. It was on back order, and one dealership had it in stock, and so I claimed it and then scurried up there to go get it. Was it Volkswagen? No, I'm sorry. It was Toyota. I was at Toyota. So the customer was at the parts counter, and he went in for an oil change. They told him he needed brakes and probably some other stuff. Did I go the wrong way? I did go the wrong way. So anyway, I'm listening to the conversation, and I'm sure the dealership probably, has a profit margin in the service department different than the parts department, I would suspect. I really don't know. But to make a long story short, the customer was asking, and I could be wrong too. I could be completely wrong on the conversation because I was eavesdropping. That the customer wanted brake pads front and rear, and then he gave him a quote, and then he said, "Well, can I take them to the service department and have them install them?" Well, I don't think it was going to be as smooth as he thinks it's going to. Toyota, before you even get in, the service writers and the customer service reps are telling you, regardless of what you're there for, it's a $180 diagnostic charge, regardless if you get anything fixed or not. So you're $180 just to get a technician to road test and entertain your specific complaint with the car. Unless it's still covered under warranty. So if you come in under a 3-year 36, and I'm sure that there's some things there, but once you're coming in out of warranty, they're not playing games with you. You're getting charged $180 to look at your car, at least the Toyota for me. So you're the customer, you come in with OEM brake pads right from the parts department, you go in, they're like, all right, well, it's $180 just to look at it. And then the mechanic's going to look at it, and he's going to say, well, you probably need more than just brake pads, in my opinion. And therefore, you're going to spend way more for a brake job. You're almost better off just going in for an oil change and letting them advise you on what the vehicle needs are, and then skip some diagnostic fees. Because typically there isn't really anything involved in a visual brake inspection, but that's not a true brake diagnostic, if you follow what I'm saying. But customer supply parts, that's a yes for me.